So this video is a requested video. I believe it's from quite a few people. You know what? I will have to go through my notes and I will put it somewhere here. The first person who requested, because that's usually what I do. The first person who does it, I'll write it down, and then others will follow suit. So this is for quite a few different people, and it is a review of the Dr. Hauschka Rose Day Cream that I love, love, love. And I'm a huge fan of the line. Actually, I've tried quite a few things, and unfortunately I did have to sort of whittle a few things away, not because there was anything wrong with the product at all. It's just that because I use the Clarisonic every single day, some of his products had granules, not harsh abrasive granules, but like the cleansing cream was not really a cream. It actually had almond in it, and I can't use anything like that with the Clarisonic because, you know, it'll get kind of stuck in, not the blades. Could you imagine you're putting like blades on your face? But you know what I mean. It can basically damage the Clarisonic. So I opted for other things. But I've tried his cleansing cream, his clay mask, his toners, what should I call it? The Rose Day Cream, the Quince Day Cream. I mean, quite a few things. And I have to say, they're all phenomenal products, and I can see why it has a huge, huge following, and it's certainly celebrity endorsed. I think the first time I read about it, I think it was she's not really, I love her. She's Parker Posey. I was just flipping through something, and she had mentioned this particular day cream because it was very, very rich and beautiful, and you know, I'm a fan of rose in a lot of products. Certainly the By Terry's, her rose fragrance is stunning. It totally reminds me of growing up. My mother used to plant rose gardens, like gardens of every kind. We had a vegetable garden, so we could pick our own vegetables. That's so Korean. You know, we would just go into the garden and eat all our own grown vegetables. She had rock gardens, I mean, every type of gardening thing you can imagine, but especially so these amazing rose bushes of all different kinds sort of lining the perimeter of our backyard. And, you know, I would just go in and just smell them, and it would just, oh. So when I smelled the By Terry's, it harkened me back to that time because it is very specific. It's not a perfumed rose. It's not sort of like an old woman's rose. It's like a crisp, fresh, clean rose. So when I read that, and she said that it was a day cream, it was a Rose Day cream, and the fact that it was very, very rich and sort of luxurious feeling, I right away kind of ran out and got it, and I love it. And since then have found that a lot of people endorse this particular line, and rightly so, because it's fantastic. Okay, I'm already 3:28 in. Again, it's very, very rich. I don't use much at all. You really, really don't. And I did make the mistake, like I did with the La Mer, because nobody told me the very first time, is that I just, you know, kind of went like this and did one of these. And the La Mer, as you know, you do have to emulsify between your fingers, the heat and the emulsification, and you really are just supposed to sort of pat it on. This doesn't have those type of instructions, but I found it did go on better that way than just taking it straight from the tube and doing one of these. I did find that once you sort of warmed it up, and you didn't necessarily have to press, you did have a little bit more leeway. I did find it did go on better that way. It's, again, you know, very, very rich and thick. I particularly love that type of moisturizer. I don't like very runny, sheer, thin sort of consistency. I know a lot of people do. In fact, probably the majority do prefer that because they don't want something heavy on their face. I prefer it. I think foundation goes on better. It just moisturizes my skin better. I mean, honestly, it wasn't so much the consistency, it just did not moisturize my skin. I would feel tight and dry, and this is the only thing, apart from the La Mer, that really, oh, and the argan oil. Oh my gosh, now I'm just going off in tangents, but one of the few things that really makes my skin feel hydrated and plump and kind of dewy and glowy on its own without any kind of makeup. So it's very thick. I don't know how I can show you how thick that is. Can you see how gloopy and thick that is? Well, you know, gloopy is not the greatest word to be using when you're trying to showcase something, but when you put it on, and I'm really hoping that the camera will show it. Let me just put a little bit more because I kind of wasted it between my fingers. Can I angle it? Can you see that? It's a real sheen. Now some will say oily and greasy, and I can see why. If you're not used to a heavy cream, you would feel that way. But to me, I'm just going to use the word sheen, honey, because that is phantasmagorical. And this on your face before you put something on gives you sort of that highlight from within, because even though I'm using products on top of it, that sheen will carry through. And of course, you know, on top of that, I use the SkinCeuticals sunscreen, which is also very rich and also very sheeny-like. So the fragrance is not like a fresh cut rose. There definitely is. It's not that it's unpleasant. It's very earthy, very sort of organic smelling. The rose is it's a different rose scent, and you know, honestly, how are you going to describe what something smells like to somebody? Apart from saying it's a rose, because there's so many different kind of rose fragrances, but it's definitely not the by Terry type of rose. It's definitely not a perfumed rose, but it's a very earthy, sort of organic kind of rose. It retails here for probably about $39. I'm sure you can get it cheaper elsewhere, and I'm sure in the States it's like, what, $5 or something? It's just crazy, the difference in price. But very, very reasonable. It comes in 30 mil. It lasts for quite a while because you really don't need to use very much at all. What else can I tell you about it? I mean, obviously with things that come from Europe or manufactured in Europe, they just have much stricter regulations in the type of ingredients that are used. Sometimes that is why it's a little bit pricier there, but I just prefer it because it's regulated in a different way. And you know, Europe is really on the forefront with a lot of things in terms of animal testing, ingredients that are used in products. They're really, you know, they've enacted a lot of different bills. I believe the cruelty, not so much cruelty-free, but the animal testing, I think it finally is fully enacted in 2013, which is they will not export or import anything that has been used on animals to test. And so everyone is finding new ways to test products. So, you know, I find that you're really getting quality products when things are made in Germany, Switzerland. I mean, obviously, Swiss-made products are sort of legendary. And I kind of always went with it and kind of took it as, oh, I guess they're just better. I didn't realize it was because of how heavily regulated ingredients are there. Again, going back to the hydroquinone and things like that, being banned in a lot of places. I think, you know, we in North America are sort of falling behind with a lot of stuff. So, this is for somebody who definitely loves rich creams. It's at a great price point. They all do have an expiration date because it's all natural and organic. I can't speak highly enough about this particular line in terms of organic cosmetics and skincare. I haven't actually used any of his cosmetics, but this is really, really, really fantastic. It probably lasts me a good 5 to 6 months. Mind you, I switch off different things, but you can make this last quite a long time. And they do come in sort of like an aluminum type of packaging, and you just break the seal when you first open it, so it's definitely always fresh and no one's ever tampered with it. So I hope you found that useful and comprehensive somewhat, and definitely let me know if you do wind up using it, what your thoughts are. Thanks so much.